morning, everybody. This is Laura with McLeod Homestead, and today we are going to work on that chicken coop up there. Don't mind this car. Sun broke down last night, so long drawn out process. He came home, got it, brought it home. We got to unload it here after he gets a few hours sleep, go get his parts car and bring it home. So while he's in the house sleeping, we're going to work on the chicken coop and get that done. Hopefully get it done. If not, we'll have to finish it up tomorrow. There is a chance of storms, but we finally had rain for the last 3 days. Awesome, very happy. But as you guys have seen in other videos, I have that scrap pile over there of slab wood. So I just went over there and picked some pieces out. Some of it might be a little big, but we're gonna make it work, guys, because this girl right now does not have the extra money to be spending to do it correctly. Hopefully in the spring we'll get that done, but for now we're gonna use what we have around the house. Just got to get us through the summer so I can keep them out of my gardens, because that's the next goal, is to have everything in the garden. Way behind. So I went over there and I measured how high I actually need these to be, and I actually only need it to go up another 2 feet, so that way I can walk in there, or somebody up to 6 feet can walk in there. So I'm gonna cut these down at about 3.5 feet. That'll give me about 1.5 feet of space to attach to the poles. And I'm just gonna get with cutting it. I'm just gonna use the back end of the trailer to go ahead and use as a table to make my measurements and make my cuts. Like I said, I just need 3.5 feet. So I'm just gonna measure, mark it with my pen, and it doesn't need to be an exact because of what I'm doing. And now we'll cut it out. I have learned from past experience, do not bring the saw back at you after you're cut. I almost lost a big chunk of me because of that. And for many, 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 many years, I lost rights to being able to use a circular saw. All right, I'm just gonna repeat that process now 8 more times. All right, guys, it's time to let the pretty ladies out for the day. Hello, pretty ladies. Good morning. Straight to the water. Some of them chickens, it's funny, they just love jumping right in the water. I gotta get that changed here after I get this fencing done. As you can see, we just used twist ties to hold this orange fence up, and it has slid down, and they have managed to break twist ties so that it doesn't stay up. So I am going to fix that so this doesn't happen. So the first job is going to be disconnecting the orange fence. Since this is the main corner, I'm going to put one of the bigger ones on. As you can see, two fencings come together here. But as I put that there, you can see that I will definitely be able to walk under it. And this, I will just twist tie on. I've got heavier duty twist ties. These ones are for 150 pounds. And I'll put 3 of them on. One more right there. So I'm just going to go around and do what I did to this post to every single post on this side. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to come up this ladder, bring this fencing up, and staple it onto the wood. And just work these staples down. All right, I got this side done, and as you can see, I've been working on the back side, cutting the prickers out of the fencing. I want to show you what I ended up on this door. I ended up putting a board across to staple the fencing and at the bottom of it. So you do have to duck to go in, but it's better than it was. We have some mad chickens, and they are still getting out right now. The one jumped on the ladder, went over to the roof. The other, well, I haven't blocked it off yet, so they are getting out over there. All right, everybody, as you saw, I put the fencing up higher, and they're still jumping it. What they're doing is they're jumping, getting their feeding on the net, and then getting it sitting on the top and jumping down. I have, this looks horrible, deer netting that I am going to use to put over the top. And we will see if this kind of helps hold them in, as trying to do what I can because I leave tomorrow to go away for a couple days, and I really don't want them locked in. So we are going to try this. I will show you. See how it's just real fine, but it's only going over top, so hopefully it will work out. And I can see I had a mouse in my greenhouse. Empty seed shells. All inside of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hand measure and unroll from that post right there all the way across, all the way to that post right there. I'm going to attach it with zip ties and the staple gun. This ought to be fun. I don't know how many of you have actually ever dealt with deer netting, but it's actually a pain. Alright, I'm going to show you what I'm doing. In a perfect world, this would all be square. Of course it's not. But as you can see, I've got it over part of it. To hold it onto the fencing, I'm using zip ties. Where there's wood, I am stapling it and zip tying. This is where the two come together. Let me show you what I'm doing. I pinch it. I zip tie it. Voila. So for this next part, I am going to connect that orange fencing in between there. And due to the lighting issue and how late it is, I don't think I'm really going to be able to get me putting much of it up. Do I know my chickens are going to be completely PO'd at me? Absolutely. Do I care? Absolutely not. I put a couple of rocks on the bottom right now, but I will have to tomorrow put some more weight on there before I leave. All right, everybody. Thanks for coming along and watching. All I've got left to do is put some cement blocks on that to help hold it at the bottom so they can't get to the other side. And hopefully this works, at least for a couple months. It'll be interesting to see how mad the chickens are at me in the morning. We'll see if I can get some video footage of when I let them out. But thanks for coming along. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And we will see you on the next video. Toodles! Hello, my pretty ladies. It's been what, 3 days? How are you guys doing? Let's do a head count. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got one white one missing. And there it is. Successful so far. All chickens present and accounted for in the cage.